Hey, it's Jolly Yakuter. Hope you're doing well. And today we're back with some Minecraft Dungeons. And today I want to be making the best soul build possible. So I want to be getting some great armor, some great weapons, just absolutely maximizing my soul gathering capabilities. So getting some good enchantments, getting some good armor. And now that I have every unique and every artifact, I think I should be able to make a pretty good build with this. So let's get started. Alright, so I've narrowed down my weapon of choice to one of these three, the Eternal Knife, the Soul Fists, or the Moon Daggers. These are all really good choices because they all give me +2 soul gathering, which is just really nice in general. And to be honest, they're all pretty good, so the chance to gain extra souls is like, I think it's a 20% chance to gain you a bunch of extra souls, which is nice. So if I'm going for just sure quantity gathering of souls, and this is a great one. It does lots of damage. It attacks a little bit slow, but maybe I get a mushroom and it's not too bad. The soul fists are nice because, well, they attack quicker, they do a little bit less damage, but they have the soul critical boost, which basically gives me a chance based on how many souls I have to triple my damage. So I mean, it can do some big hits. Probably my favorite and the one I'm probably leaning towards the most is the moon daggers. I love the daggers. Any type of daggers is great. It has the soul critical boost. They attack pretty quick, and I mean, look at that damage. That's pretty good. And I think I'm gonna go with the moon daggers. I like the eternal life just because of all the damage it does, but I'm a sucker for speed if I'm being honest. The only exception is with the Starless Knight, but it does so much damage that I don't really worry about speed. So I think I'm gonna go with the Moon Daggers. They attack so quick, especially if you're using a death cap, and I mean, I think this is gonna way outperform just damage per second than the Eternal Knife. Alright, so for my bow of choice, I think it's gonna be between the Soul Hunter crossbow and the Feral Soul crossbow. To be honest, these were really the best two. The sad thing about weapons with soul gathering is there's not a lot of them, to be honest. There's like maybe 4 or 5, I think. There's just not too many. So I would go with the Feral Soul crossbow, but I really see no reason to, because the Soul Hunter crossbow just seems better in every way, if I'm being honest. It's kind of basically the exact same soul critical boost, but this one gives me ×3 range projectiles, and I love the harp crossbow with multi-shot. So this is basically the same thing, but with 2 less base projectiles. So I think I'm gonna use this, try to get multi-shot on it, and I think it should be really overpowered. Alright, so I got 3 choices for armor here, and to be honest, this Verdant Robe would probably be the best if I just want to get the most souls possible. It increases my maximum souls, it gives me +2 soul gathering, but to be honest, it's not really good. I don't love it. I mean, it looks kind of lame, and it's not great. I might use it in the future if I want more souls, but to be honest, I might rather go with the Wither Armor. I know a lot of you guys say the Wither Armor is great, it's just awesome for getting souls, and I got it from the tower, so it's 263 and gilded with increased soul damage. So it seems like everything for this one is just a win, to be honest, and I mean, it just looks epic too, so I mean, that's a W. But I'm extremely tempted to go with the Spooky Guardian. So this was, I think, the first Halloween limited time special event item they gave out, and it's kind of the exact same as the Wither Armor, so it's really tempting to use. It looks just awesome. Honestly, I'll probably use this for the thumbnail because, I mean, just look at that. And I would probably use it, and I'm really tempted to use it just because it looks freaking epic. But the fact that this one has so much more HP, it just makes it just a little bit better, and I'm trying to go for the best soul build. So I think I'm probably going to have to use Wither Armor. Alright, for the artifacts I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use the Torment Quiver. It's just a really good bow, and seeing how I probably won't end up using the Thundering Quiver or the Firework Arrows just because I want the most souls possible, this is a great in-between. It's just a really good quiver. The second artifact that I'm going to use is the Corrupted Pumpkin. It's basically the same as a Corrupt Beacon, but it was another special event item during the first Halloween. And, I mean, it's just so much cooler than a Corrupted Beacon. So why would I use a Corrupt Beacon when I could use this? The third one I'm going to use is the Harvester. I know a lot of people like this, and to be honest, it's pretty overpowered because it does tons of damage in the radius around you. So it's going to be pretty OP. Alright, so now that I got my loadout, I just need to reroll some enchantments, of course. So I'll probably just find some better enchantments for my bow, mostly multi-shot. So let me go try to get some good enchantments. Alright, so I have my gear pretty much kitted out. Put some in the forge, especially the pumpkin, to get it just a lot higher power level. And so here we go. Here are the enchantments on the Soul Hunter crossbow. The biggest thing for getting on this one was multi-shot, just because that's going to make it shoot lots more arrows. I mean, look at that. That's insane. And chain reaction is also just a nice plus. That's going to make it fire even more. The wither armor, to be honest, I probably could have gotten better enchantments for this, but I spent all my gold on re-rolling the Soul Hunter crossbow, and to be honest, I didn't want to be bothered to play ancient hunts to try to get more gold for this. Maybe in the future I'll re-roll some of the enchantments for some more soul-focused enchantments, but to be honest, I think this is probably good enough for now, and to be honest, they're not that bad. Moon daggers, kind of the same story, didn't have any gold to re-roll for soul-focused enchantments, but to be honest, these enchantments, if I just had a normal set of daggers, would honestly probably be the enchantments I would use, because Radiance is OP, and then these ones are just also great with daggers. So, I mean, all in all, I think this is a pretty good set here. And let me show you a clip real quick when I was running through Soggy Cave. So this is me just using the Moon Daggers and the Wither Armor. And as you can see, these two, which isn't that much soul gathering to be honest. It's like +2, plus the 50% from my Wither Armor. I'm getting a lots of souls, as you can see. I'm getting quite a bit. Alright, so now that we got our full soul build, we're going to be going up into Obsidian Pinnacle, of course. Well, we'll start with this on Apocalypse 25. And I mean, let's see how it goes. Also, soul builds are pretty new to me. I've never really used soul builds a lot. I kind of used them a little bit in the beginning because I liked the corrupt beacon, so I kind of used them. But after just the first beginning stages, I kind of dropped them altogether. I never went back to them, so this is kind of my first official full-fledged soul build. So I hope it goes well. The reason I've really never used soul builds before is because, to be honest, I don't really like them. I think I'm better off just with my harp crossbow and my Starless Knight, but I guess maybe this will change my opinion. Oh, also another thing that I learned that this might show how new I am to soul builds is I thought I used to have to wait around for the souls to come to me. But that's not true. I can kind of just go wherever I want and they'll kind of come to me. So that's good to know. I don't really have to linger around trying to wait for them. They'll just follow me eventually. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh, Harvester didn't even save my life there. Oh no. Honestly, I thought I'd be getting lots of souls, but to be honest, I'm not getting as much as I thought. Probably just because I'm not killing these guys as fast as I thought. So to be honest, might have to change it around a little bit. The one thing that I don't like about soul builds is that if you don't have your... Oh, okay, they have deflect, which I didn't realize. If you don't have your souls build up and you're using all soul artifacts, then your artifacts kind of become useless at that point. You just can't really use them, which I don't really love. Soul artifacts are pretty overpowered, which is probably why. But I think I'd rather have I think I'd just rather have my artifacts per normal. Also, this is ridiculously hard. I might have to do one of these real quick. There we go. That took care of the problem. Dang, for some reason, I just cannot get this soul build to work for me. Maybe it's just a really bad soul build. Maybe I'm just bad with soul builds. But to be honest, I just like my normal build. It's what I found that works best for me, and I guess that's probably what the biggest thing is just you gotta find a build that works best for you. I do like the soul artifacts, like I really do like the Harvester because it is nice, but like it's just not anything compared to my harp crossbow. And like I'm not getting tons of souls, like each soul does give me +8, which is quite a bit, so if there's like a big crowd and I kill all of them, then I'm getting +8 souls for each, which in my opinion is a quite a bit. It could probably be bigger, of course, but for Apocalypse 25, I just can't get it to work. Yeah, I just like this is still Apocalypse 25, and I mean look at this. These guys are crumpling. Just nothing can beat the harp crossbow with multi-shot just because it is insane. I just don't think this can be beat, at least for me. In my opinion, I think this is really good. Let me know what your guys' soul builds are down below. Let me know if maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe there's something I could do better. But honestly, I think somewhere in between lies the best fate for soul gathering, in my opinion, because honestly, if I just have these, I'm still going to be getting a lot of souls per people I kill. But since I have this bow, which allows me to kill so many, just completely swipe them at once, plus 5 souls for every one is honestly really quite good. But I think if you're looking for a really good soul build that's kind of in between, this could be for you. Alright, so as you can see, I've obviously made it a lot further than when I was doing soul build. Maybe it's just because my bow's just so much better or whatever. But I think that concludes my testing. I made a good soul build for gathering lots of souls, but in practical use, it gains a lot of souls, but it doesn't really help you if you're just gonna die. So for me, I think this is the best practical soul build, but sadly, this will have to do it for me today. This was my sad attempt of making the best soul build. Didn't really turn out how I wanted it to. I thought I was just gonna be getting like a bajillion souls a second, which didn't really happen. I guess I should have realized that that's a little bit not realistic. But I do think that this is probably the best soul build for me, that is, because it's practical, gets a lot of souls, and is still fun to play, which is super important. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new, I'd appreciate if you subscribe. If you like the video, new videos every Thursday, and remember to stay jolly.